Santa Cruz, I could catch another bus. So I jumped on that bus. So when I got off the bus at the car rental location, I saw that they had a number of different vehicles there. It was kind of side slotted right off of the street, off of where the freeway or the highway was that I had come from. And it was just kind of off of it, but you had to get into it from another side road, not directly off of the highway. But anyways, I got into the rental and went to retrieve the vehicle that I got.
I'm gonna get me for $100 for 5 days, $100 million. Damage on this place, on this thing. You see that? So I look around and show you there. $100 Canadian though. Talk about for 5 days. I got damage there.
The vehicle, I believe that I had rented it for about 15 to 20 euros a day. I want to say about 18 to 20 euros per day, which would have been just over 25, 26 Canadian dollars a day, somewhere within that range. And I got it for 5 days. I didn't know what to expect, what kind of vehicle I would have got. I mean, I would have been happy with any vehicle because at that price, it was pretty damn cheap to me anyway. So, you know, I could have got, you know, a little buggy vehicle, some sort of buggy, small hatchback vehicle. I would have been fine with it. But, you know, the lady over there, I mean, you know, I was talking to her. Maybe she was digging my style, or I don't know what it was. Maybe she was just in tune with me. But she offered me a Benz. It's been years since I had driven a Benz, but I was excited to have a Benz in Tenerife. I can move like a big boy out here while being in Tenerife, so I was happy about that. They sat me down. I had to charge my phone for a while. My phone at the time the battery would die quite often, more often than I'd want it to at least. Maybe because I had a lot of things on the phone. So she walked me over to the vehicle and showed me the vehicle that I was getting, or another one of the employees there had walked me over to the vehicle, and I could see that was a Benz that I was getting. It seemed as though somebody got in an accident prior to me getting the vehicle because there was some damage along the side, and it was dented along the side or close to the rear of the vehicle, which we had noted before me picking up the vehicle anyways. But there was some damage on the vehicle. But nonetheless, the vehicle looked good. It was a nice looking vehicle, and I would have hoped, or I would have expected it to drive nice, which it did. The addresses are a little weird over there too. I had to put in the address 4 or 5 different times in order for the GPS on the vehicle to pick it up, because I was going to see a friend that I had in Tenerife that I was staying at, that I was going to stay at while there. But it kept coming up in different areas. I put in Puerto La Cruz, but eventually the vehicle picked up on the address that I put in. So, jumped in it. Gave it a once over, looked at it, and made my way over to the north. The highway drive was nice. I recorded a lot of footage of the hills that I saw, the houses, the different structures. I could see the skyline over the water as I was driving, as the water and the coast was right next to me. As I was driving on the highway going back, I could also see that in Tenerife, they have a lot of wind turbines. Now, I guess it's something that they probably pride themselves on. They generate, it seems like a lot of their power, or some of the power at least, they supplement with the wind turbines and what they're able to generate through that. because I saw big areas with just a bunch of different wind turbines, which I recorded as well. Fortunately for me, the GPS was pretty accurate. It allowed me to get exactly to where I was going, which was Porto de la Cruz, or Porto de la Cruz. Made my way over there. When I got over there, though, as I entered or got close to where my destination was, I saw a restaurant. I just saw a bunch of people crowded around a restaurant. It looked like, what I'd figured, because people were crowded around and waiting to get in there, that they had good food. And my friend hadn't reached back yet. They were still out attending to some matters that they had to deal with. So they weren't back home as yet. So I figured I'd stop at the restaurant. The restaurant was called Los Asadores. Now, Los Asadores, the food was absolutely magnificent.
Actually, I can get down with it. I'm already liking Tenerife.
I went there, I got it was actually a half of a grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken with salad and potatoes for $5.20. This shit.
Potatoes and small salad. And it cost me something like 6 euros, which is probably about 8-9 Canadian dollars. Very cheap for the food that I got, because I got a half a chicken. I mean, at a lot of restaurants you go to, even in Toronto, to get a quarter chicken, you're spending $10 with some rice and some veggies or something like that. Something along the lines of that. It was really cheap and I enjoyed it. I got a beer with it.
Here should be, I think this is $1.30. The thing, cheap though.
I think the beer cost about 150 euros, which would have been just over 2 Canadian dollars. And I had my meal. I was good to go. It filled me up. It was a great meal. After I was finished with the meal, my friend was finished doing what she was doing, and I was able to meet her over by her place, which was right down the road from there. So once I met up with my friend and we got in, I brought my bags in and got myself comfortable. I hadn't seen her in a while, so we had lots to talk about. She showed me up top on the roof. And when I got up on the roof, I actually saw a rainbow being formed in the ocean, which I had never seen before in Toronto.
There. That rainbow joint.
There's a rainbow being formed from one side of the ocean to the next, which was pretty cool to me. Chilled up there for a little while, made our way back downstairs, and I took a shower and relaxed for the rest of the night to get myself ready for the following day. So when I got up, I was really anxious to get started with my workout. I mean, I'd been to Ireland, I'd been to Barcelona, and I was just having too much fun. I neglected to do my duties, which was get my workout in, because I actually brought a workout mat, I brought a weighted vest. Part of my vacation was to be working out, which is what I usually do. When I go on vacation, I'll go really hard for a number of days, do a lot of calisthenic workouts, just so I don't do the weight to overwhelm my muscles, and work out consistently and steadily throughout the time period that I'm not in the country. But I had neglected to do that while I was in Ireland and in Barcelona and Lloret de Mar. So this following morning, my friend had told me about a park that was right around the corner. And it was a pretty good park. They had some bars, I had my weighted vest, and I had the exercise mat if I needed it. So what I did is I threw on my exercise vest, and which was weighted, made my way over to the park that had the bars and the different little machines that they had that were embedded into the soil that I could utilize while being over there, which is what I did. So I was feeling like while I was in Ireland and in Spain and Barcelona and Lloret de Mar, I feel like I probably had gained a little bit of weight because I was just eating, no working out. I was happy, I was enjoying myself, but working out was a must. So that morning, I said for the remainder of the 5 days that I was in Tenerife, I was gonna work out each and every morning. So every morning for the next 5 days was a straight workout. Worked out each and every day. So basically, this was each and every day, every morning, me working out, getting in different body parts, or doing every different body part, different exercises every day of my own body weight, or just assisted with the weighted vest that I had. So after I finished working out that morning, I figured I want to go get some sun. Well, the sun was everywhere anyway, but I wanted to go down to the water, get down to the coast, and see how beautiful of a scenery it was, because I hadn't been down there as yet. The area that I was staying in was Puerto de la Cruz. Even over there, they had some animal parks, particularly Loro Parque, and a couple other fascinating places, hotels, and things that were directed towards the tourists that frequented the area. So I went and drove right down to the bottom of that particular area, close to the coast.